Welcome back, part 2. Hold on.
Hey, part 2 is
Welcome back to the Film Crusade, everyone. I'm Sam.
I'm Ben.
And this is part 2 of our DCU episode. Last episode we did some fan casting. Ben led us through all of his brilliant fan castings. Whether or not I agreed with them or not, I mostly agreed. But today, or at least in this episode, we are going to be talking about my vision for the DCU. I had a dream, and I want to make this dream reality. But I have some ideas. In all reality, there's some things that they're probably doing, and just some speculation I have for what they could be doing going forward. But are you ready?
I'm ready to go, man. I have only one movie that I have 2 movies that I'm really going to talk about, and that's about it. But yeah, lead the way, Capitan.
So, let's start off with the most recent movie that is coming into light. That is Man of Tomorrow.
Yes.
So, have you seen the poster or the script thing?
Yeah, I have seen the script thing. Posted? Yes.
So, just so you guys know, and we'll put a picture on the screen.
Yep.
The script, it's a picture of the script for Superman Man of Tomorrow, and it has an anatomy of a brain, or of a person with a brain, and that just screams to me Brainiac.
Yeah.
And that is something I really do want. I want to see Brainiac for Man of Tomorrow, especially since that is such an iconic villain with his kind of like collection of like just being able to take these places.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Kang in that sense.
Yeah.
And I love Kang.
Yeah. And he's such an iconic villain, because when you talk about DC villains, you think of probably 2 guys. You think of Darkseid and you think of Brainiac. And it's kind of crazy that we haven't gotten Brainiac at all live action yet. So
I know. Did you ever play the Lego Batman game?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So I want Brainiac. From what we know about the movie, we are going to be getting Lex Luthor and Superman team up, which is, I think, something that is really cool. But today, I watched the animated movie of Superman Man of Tomorrow. I didn't finish it all the way through, but in that movie, Superman is learning, or he's just becoming Superman.
Yeah.
It's literally, the movie is him becoming Superman, and in all the scenes I've seen so far, he doesn't even have a suit.
Yeah.
But he fights Lobo. Lobo comes to Earth because he's the last Kryptonian, and there's a bounty on his head. And so we see Lobo, and we see Martian Manhunter. And that gave me the idea. Man of Tomorrow could be where we introduce Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
Especially since Martian Manhunter and Brainiac are both kind of similar characters in the sense, where they kind of are outside characters, and they both have knowledge on Superman's past.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really interesting, and I think that's the perfect way to introduce Martian Manhunter, especially since he's kind of like a trustworthy character that everyone loves. And I think that's just the perfect way to introduce him, especially since I don't think they'll introduce him right off the bat in a Justice League movie.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be established already. So I think that's the perfect way to introduce him. But yeah, I have no clue what the story could be.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because obviously Supergirl is coming first, and we're going to see Lobo and all that stuff. But it's going to be Brainiac. It's going to be Lex and Superman, and probably Martian Manhunter. That is my guess.
And maybe Peacemaker. because they keep saying that Peacemaker season 2 is going to lead up to Man of Tomorrow. So maybe we got Peacemaker.
Didn't it end with him? Spoilers. Didn't Peacemaker end?
No, it's
with,
still going. Peacemaker's still got 3 episodes.
I thought he was, because I haven't seen all of Peacemaker yet, but from what I saw, he stays in the other universe.
Nope, he's 3 episodes more to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta watch it still.
Yeah.
Okay. For the next movie,
Yep.
I would either like to see Doomsday, maybe, or Zod.
For Superman 3.
For Superman 3, I would like to either Zod. There's one character who I really do want, and I don't know in what capacity we'll fit him in, but I want Mr. Mixoplitolite.
yeah.
I really want to see some mischievous character.
There's no way they'd make him a full villain, but
I want to see him in some capacity. But that's what I want. I don't have a whole lot of Superman because we've already got the first movie and the second movie kind of established. But I don't know if they'll do Zod again. One thing they could do, I think, in what they will do, is in Man of Tomorrow, Lex kind of saves the day, and he advocates for he's an advocate for president of the United States, which happens in the comics.
Yep.
And I think in that movie we'll get Metallo. If that's the scenario, if that's the route they go, I think they'll 100% make it Metallo, and Lex Luthor is the villain.
Yep.
Or Superman doesn't trust Lex, and he goes after him, and he realizes that Lex is doing something bad. Or on the contrary, Lex is actually trying to do good, and and then I don't know, maybe Mixoplitolite is like getting in Superman's head or something.
Yeah.
Or something interesting.
Also, they could do is that in Superman 3 with Lex as president, he could also create Superboy, who is a clone of Superman, but just younger. Because
that could lead into Young Justice if they ever wanted to do that.
Exactly, because they've also, they've already established that Lex clones and is in the process of cloning people because Ultraman was a clone of Superman. So
here's the thing: if they already did the clones, I don't think they'll do it again.
You never know. It could be just a foreshadowing to something to come down the line.
Yes. All right. Moving on. This is probably sorry, go ahead.
Do you want me to give you my Brainiac casting? Because we did not talk about some villains. Because I do have a Brainiac casting.
You are correct.
I have Sean Harris as Brainiac. He played I'm blanking on his name. He was a Mission Impossible villain. Continuing actors that was Mission Impossible.
How do you spell his name?
Sean Sean, and then Harris like normal Harris. He played I forget his name, but he played the Syndicate leader in Fallout and
yes, I saw that one.
And
he's a good villain.
He was a good villain, and you just think of his voice, and I'm like, if they modulate it a little bit, and they throw him in Brainiac, he would be really good. I saw some other. I actually originally didn't have him. I had I saw some castings of having like Benedict Cumberbatch as Brainiac, and I didn't disagree with that. I thought that'd be good. Or people said Ralph Fiennes for Brainiac. I thought that would also be decent enough too. But I think Sean Harris,
Giancarlo Esposito as Brainiac.
That too, and I think he would do good as that as well. But I think overall, I actually really want to see Sean Harris as Brainiac.
That would be good.
Yeah.
All right, is that do you have any more castings there?
Not for Superman villains. I only have Brainiac.
Okay. Moving on to another movie where we are slowly getting more information. I'm not going to talk about Supergirl at all.
Okay.
Because I don't have the knowledge there.
Me either.
And I don't know the character enough to where I can give you guys a rundown of what I want from the movies.
Yep.
But to talk about The Brave and the Bold.
Yes, and this is one of the movies that I want to talk about a little bit too.
Okay, so from what we know, this is going to be a Bat family focus movie, where we meet Damian, and we focus on the Bat family. See, here's my thing. If Damian is being introduced in this movie, which he is, from what we know, that means we'll probably meet Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul, or they will be established as characters in this universe.
Yeah.
If they decide to go that route, the Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul route, that means they're doing it. This is the second time that they're doing this.
Yeah.
This is the Ra's al Ghul thing, which is I'm okay because I think it's very important that they establish the Lazarus pit
Yep.
as soon as possible.
Yep.
Because that will come into play for so many different characters, I think. Because as James Gunn has said, he doesn't want to resurrect characters or have them fake their deaths very often.
Yeah.
And I think he said that the only way they would do something like that is if they have the Lazarus pit.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And also, it's very crucial for a Jason Todd story,
Yep,
which
100%.
they are doing the Dynamic Duo movie, which Jason Todd is a part of.
But I thought that was elsewhere. I think they confirmed that that's going to be elsewhere.
Oh, is that Elseworlds?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they ever wanted to do Jason Todd, that's how they're doing it.
Yep.
Now, I thought that these characters had some kind of connection, and I was completely wrong. But one character I really want to see in a movie for Batman is Man-Bat.
Oh yeah.
I think because he's got a darker side. He's kind of an anti-hero in some iterations, which is super cool. But he just brings out like this stuff that you never see. Like I saw him in the Lego games, and I was like, this character is so cool. Like he's just like the Batman, Bat. You know, have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Like,
I don't know
look up, Batman, Bat, Man, or something on YouTube. It's really fun. It's really funny. But that is a character I want to see. I don't know what villain they're gonna do for Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
And I just don't really know. I have a few characters who I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be Mr. Freeze. No. Obviously, I think that's got to be something where they really focus on his story rather than Batman's story. There's another character who I don't think it will be, and I will tell you why, because I think that could be a good second movie. But who would you want to see in the first Batman movie? Because this is...
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a tiny tangent about the Batman, the Brave and the Bold. It makes no sense to me at all. Like, I think why? Because why are we doing Damian right away? Because you want Batman and Superman to be around the same age, but you're doing Damian right away, which makes no sense to me. How are we doing this? You know, why? Why Damian with Batman now? We need Dick Grayson. We haven't gotten a good Dick Grayson. We need a good Dick Grayson Robin. And then we can age him up to Nightwing. I know everyone wants Nightwing right away, but we also kind of want, Damian, or we also kind of want Dick Grayson Robin. I think it's kind of dumb that they're doing Damian Wayne right away. I think it kind of screws up some continuity, and it also doesn't make sense. How are we going to have Superman that's only 3 years into his career plus a Batman who has a Damian Wayne already? So
he's an established Batman.
I get that. He's an established Batman, but like, how much older is this Batman going to be compared to Superman?
So my guess is that this is going to be a Batman where he kind of joined the League of Assassins or the League of Shadows when he was in his teens, maybe 20s, early 20s. And then he met Talia.
Yeah.
Fell in love, got busy. Then he
got busy against his will, which is most.
And then when he became Batman, he was with Talia at one point, and then they got busy, and then a few years passed, and he's 32, and then he has the kid who is like what, maybe 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at that point, that's the case. I mean, if he had the kid at 25, if Batman's 35, then that would be okay for Damian to be 10 years old, but then, we don't know that yet.
But then the question is are we still going to get a Nightwing, and are we still going to get a Dick Grayson Robin and a Jason Todd Robin. I don't know if there's enough time for that. That's my only concern. I think out of all of the, I trust James Gunn. I really do. He's kind of what got me into superhero movies because that's a long tangent. But anyway, he's kind of what got me into superheroes more mainstream. And I think, I think that's just the only one I'm a little worried about. I think Batman Brave and the Bold, I'm really worried about as a movie. I think doing Damian right off the bat is not a good idea. And we'll see. Maybe it'll turn out really well. Maybe,
I will say, James, yeah,
yeah. I think,
James Gunn has said that he's very confident in the story.
yeah,
So I have my faith in him,
yeah,
but you have made some really good points about the age thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't realize that like if all of this stuff has happened, then this would have to make him like late 30s.
yeah,
Like there's no way that he could have like a 12-year-old kid and not be in his late 30s.
yeah,
Because otherwise then he would be what, 20
yeah,
when he first has Damien
yeah,
and he doesn't know about Damien for
yeah,
12 years, almost half of his life.
yeah,
That is kind of crazy to me.
yeah,
So that does bother me a little bit. I didn't really think about it until now.
yeah.
You made some really good points there.
Yeah, I think doing Damien right off the bat is dumb. We need a good Dick Grayson.
I can agree.
But, it does bode well. Maybe James Gunn doesn't want to do Dick Grayson Robin because someone else is doing Dick Grayson Robin.
Well, I think that they're going to fast track Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah, do Fast Track Teen Titans, but I also think, maybe Matt Reeves is doing Dick Grayson Robin. Maybe.
I doubt it. I really highly doubt it. I don't think they'll do that.
We'll see.
So, moving on to my second Batman movie.
Yeah.
This is one I really do want. The title will be Batman Prey.
Batman Prey?
Prey.
Yeah, Prey, okay.
And the villain, Hugo Strange.
Ooh, okay. I did not cast Hugo Strange, but I have a casting for him because I did not think we would ever get to Hugo Strange.
I really like the idea of just experiments.
Yeah.
Like in a Batman movie, and then we can talk about how Batman's psyche is happening, or how go into Batman's psyche. I want to see some. This could be where we see Man Bat as an experiment or something. But I think Hugo Strange would be really interesting. Yeah. An alternate movie would be to see some of his rogues gallery.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr. Freeze or the Riddler or Penguin.
Yeah.
But I think we are long overdue for a Mr. Freeze movie, and really good one.
Yeah. I think good friend James Gunn that has not gotten a character yet, who I think could he play Hugo Strange. I think Dave Bautista would be a good Hugo Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably would be.
Yeah.
He would be really good.
Yeah.
Especially after what's the Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, I have not seen that, but I heard he was good in that.
Yeah, he would be good. Now, there's one thing I'm really excited to talk to you about. Because this is your favorite movie. I'm not doing a Batman 3 movie because we have no clue where that's going.
Yeah.
But we do know we don't know anything about the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
And I have not written anything for the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
Because I have focused on the Batman Part 3.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to do this in this second movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but I know you want Mr. Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll do Hush.
Yes. Yes. Would Hush for Batman 2 or Batman 3?
Hush for Batman 2.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want Hush. I really do want Hush. I mean, some people have dogged on Hush not being the greatest villain in Batman film, but they can do it pretty well. But yeah, I'll hear you out. What you got? You got anything more on that?
So, what I want, and I will go straight from Batman 2 into Batman 3. Mm-hmm. Or it's because it's all like one connected story. So you remember how the Riddler
Yeah.
kind of focused on the family lies
Yeah.
and all of this stuff, and how you really think it's kind of leading to the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
So, Batman 2, we're going to focus on Hush
Yeah.
and the exposing of the lies.
Yep.
We're going to delve deeper into that. And then we're probably going to get an alternative villain while Hush is playing in the background.
Yep.
I don't know who that will be. Who would you like to see as an alternative villain? Kind of like having some hijinks in the background, or like doing this stuff.
I think you could just make Penguin more of a main villain again, because all the
You
stuff
could do
that
that.
goes on in the Penguin. Because I have a different. I'm gonna pitch you an alternative Batman 2 and 3, but like to go with yours, I think Penguin would probably be good. Or you could get some kind of like gangster, like,
Yeah.
hey, I like Black Mask. I just mentioned him in the last video. I think Black Mask would be good. Maybe we could do Black Mask, but I think Penguin. I think Penguin would probably be a good alternative villain for Hush.
There's another one. I do have one, and this is kind of crazy. And you're gonna think my takes are a little off, but once you hear them, you're gonna get excited. Professor Pig.
I'm not. I don't think that's crazy. I like Professor. I think it would be good.
Professor
too.
Pig.
Yeah.
It's something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it kind of. But the reason why I say that is because it's similar to my third one.
Yeah.
Because my third one, I really want. Have you ever heard of the comic storyline of The Long Halloween?
I have read of Long Halloween. It is one of my favorites. It is one of the quintessential
I
Batman.
want Calendar Man and Gotham's crime families tied into Court of Owls. I want the noir crime mystery across the holidays.
Yeah.
And I want it to tie into Batman and his family and I want to see the detectiveness. I want all of that. I want the Long Halloween, because the first movie takes place October, and I want how he has the notebook and he's writing and he's narrating through the different time periods.
Yeah.
If they make it not the Long Halloween, but like it's like the Batman Part 3, the long year.
Yeah.
Like it could be Calendar Man, but throughout this entire year for different different holidays.
Yeah.
Like Christmas, 2026, 2027.
Yeah.
Halloween, Easter,
Yeah.
the 4th of July. There was a murder, blah blah blah, and he's going through all this stuff.
Yeah.
I think I would be really excited.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the only problem with that is that The Long Halloween has been cited as like inspiration for Batman for like way too many movies at this point, because The Batman was cited as being influenced by The Long Halloween. The Dark Knight has been influenced by The Long Halloween. It's an amazing story. Love The Long Halloween, but
the whole Batman trilogy, the Batman trilogy, should be the Long Halloween trilogy.
Yeah.
That's all it should be, because The Long Halloween is such a good. I'm like feel like I'm dusting off my table like this, because I'm like making different like symbols. I want Calendar Man. I want the more niche villains.
Yeah.
So then we can focus on the fantastical villains in James Gunn's DCU.
Okay, so here's my pitch for Batman 2. I've told you about it before, but I don't know. You were kind of hesitant on it. Mine's a tiny bit more fantastical. I think they can ground it a little bit more. So Gotham's flooded. That's the important thing. So I would want main villain Mr. Freeze, because he's going to take advantage of Gotham being flooded. Like they could do it that like during the flood, his experiment went wrong and like he turned into Mr. Freeze, and then he also froze Nora and stuff like that. You could do like a good arc with that. And then main villain Mr. Freeze. And then secondary villain, I've also told you this, you're not a huge fan of it, but secondary villain, Killer Croc, because they could do a really cool...
They
could do a really cool grounded Killer Croc, and it's frozen so it can get around and stuff like that.
I completely forgot. That's who I want for Brave and the Bold.
Yeah. Oh, Killer Croc.
I want Killer Croc.
Okay. Yeah.
I want... So, you know how Killer Croc has always looked kind of like with a flat face?
Yeah.
kind of more human
Yeah.
looking. I want the full alligator mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they could do a good Killer Croc in Batman Part 2 with tandem with Mr. Freeze. I think that would
See,
be
if
good.
it's fantastical, then yes. But if they're sticking grounded, I really don't want that.
But you never know. Whatever they cook up,
I,
they
I
cook up.
love your idea. I just don't think it works for that universe.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah. And then for Part 3, this is where we have Hush, and then I think secondary villains, Court of Owls. I think because Hush is someone that's really intertwined with Bruce Wayne as a kid and Bruce Wayne's family, I think Hush would do really good with the family elements. And then I think you can also talk about like the corruption of Gotham and stuff like that
Yeah.
with Court of Owls. I think that would be good. So yeah,
Yeah, I can agree.
yeah,
Yeah, that I like those. Obviously, I'm hesitant on you making it fantastical.
Yeah.
But I know that is your favorite trilogy, or your favorite movie. So I'm not going to argue with you. All right. So now we're going to move on to Wonder Woman.
yeah. Okay,
Wonder Woman title: Gods and Mortals. I want Cheetah,
okay,
or maybe let's circle back and we do Cersei. This is exchangeable with 1 and 2.
yeah,
I want one of the movies to be Cersei,
Yeah.
one of the movies to be Cheetah.
Yeah.
Because
we have already
19
seen.
Wonder Woman 1984 sucked
Yeah,
with Cheetah. And also we have seen Cersei.
Yep.
And she was like not a bad character. No, she wasn't a bad villain.
Yeah.
She was more like an antagonist because she was trying to save the world.
yeah,
So I would love to see Cersei unleashing like an Olympian conflict and dragging Diana into a godly civil war or something like that. Or like, just like dividing man and Amazonians.
yeah,
Just kind of like that kind of thing.
yeah,
And then for Cheetah, just Cheetah challenges Diana and just embodying chaos.
Yeah.
Kind of that kind of thing would be really good. And just to talk about how iconic she is. But yeah, is there anything you would like to say about Wonder Woman? Because I don't really have a whole lot about her.
yeah.
I don't know a whole lot, but
I
those are the 2 villains I do want to see more of.
Yeah, I feel bad for saying this, but I'm a dude. I don't pay much. I haven't paid much attention. I haven't done my research on Wonder Woman. Like,
That's fair.
I need to do more research. I will say that I 100% agree. She is a cool character, but
See,
I
think
do
they
have my
might make
biases
her
as
more
well.
of a. I think they might make her more of a TV series character
I can see that she would do good with a TV show. But
because they are doing an Amazonian TV show.
yeah.
All right, now we're gonna move on from that, and this is probably gonna be the thing we're gonna talk about the most.
Yes.
The Flash.
The Flash.
The Flash. As we previously established in our last episode, we both want Wally.
Yes.
Wally West as our Flash. And here's my pitch. And this is how they kind of do it in the DC animated in the DC animated universe.
Yeah, like Justice League.
They take elements of Barry Allen, and they take elements of Wally West, and they mush them together.
Yeah.
And if they do it right, I would love that. Because here's my pitch. So there are 3 movies I want, and maybe a 4th movie.
Yeah.
So here's my first movie. And the trilogy is called The Fastest Man Alive.
Oh, I like that.
This is the trilogy is The Fastest Man Alive, and this is the first movie. It's called Flash Born to Run, and this is based on the Flash Born to Run comic run. It's focusing heavily on the Rogues.
Yeah.
And Weather Wizard, and if they were to focus on meshing Wally West and Barry Allen, I would also make Reverse Flash as the main antagonist, while Rogues are causing chaos throughout the city.
Yeah.
And just being these mischievous kind of characters who are really getting on his nerves, and we establish Captain Cold because I really love his character. He's one of my favorite villains.
Yep.
And just heist, just having all these heists with the rogues, testing Flash's speed and his heart and just his compassion. Kind of like, have you seen that clip where the Flash goes and he goes to the bar and yes,
Caught me again, Flash.
Caught me again, Flash. I love that. I really want to see Flash's true compassion, and Wally West really does embody that. And if we have Thawne, that will really test his compassion. That would be my ideal first movie.
Yep.
And then, do you want to say something about the first movie?
Do you want to hear the castings I have for Reverse Flash and Captain Cold?
I already know who it is. I already know because everyone's perfect casting.
I did tell you.
Let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Anthony Starr.
No.
Ooh.
No. I do think he would be a good Reverse Flash. I have someone better who can play someone absolutely unhinged and a true hater. Wilson Bethel as Reverse Flash. Bullseye.
I'm going to have
Bullseye from Daredevil, season 3 and Born Again. I think Wilson Bethel would be a good Reverse Flash because he's he's really good at playing like an unhinged evil guy. Like Bullseye is so good in Daredevil season 3, and he's also a really good spot in Born Again, especially the latter half of Born Again, where he literally just rips out a tooth and shoots it at someone. It's so good. So I think Wilson Bethel would be a good Reverse Flash. And then for Captain Cold, I do have what a lot of people said for Captain Cold. I have Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. Jesse from Breaking Bad, and also
that's a good one.
Also Powerplex from Invincible. I think he would be a good Captain Cold.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's one we've talked about this before, you and me. Second movie. Flash, Guerrilla Warfare.
Yeah.
Can you guess who the villain is?
Well, Gorilla Grodd.
Yes, it's Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd unites Gorilla City in a war against humanity, and Flash must unite humans, rogues, and gorillas. I love Gorilla Grodd as a character.
Yeah.
It gets me a little giddy when I think about how a fight between gorillas and the Flash could be throughout. It just makes me excited because that is, I think, peak fantastical.
Yeah.
And just wacky and all that stuff. So that's one thing I really want to see.
Yeah. No.
Anything?
Sounds good. Gorilla, I think you would be wrong to not do Gorilla Grodd at least once.
Yes. And also, we saw him in what's it called? In Creature Commandos.
Yeah. Did we?
Yep, he was in the Vision with Cersei.
Oh, okay. I do not remember that. But yeah, no, iconic Flash villains that need to be seen: Reverse Flash, Captain Cold, Gorilla Grodd, and then probably a reference to Captain Boomerang, even if you're not going to fully do them.
Yes. All right. This next movie is also based on a comic run. It's called Flash Rogue War. This is based on when Barry returns. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It's the villain it's going to be rogues versus rogues.
Okay.
So, the plot of the movie is Captain Cold's faction, his rogues are up against a new wave of rogues. And with Flash caught between order and chaos, he has to kind of figure out how to keep the peace and just kind of, because in this sense, he's going to have to work with the Captain Cold to bring down these new and more dangerous rogues. Yeah. While Captain Cold he's got the good heart, and he's got a code.
Yeah.
He's got a criminal code where he doesn't really do all that. He's just a criminal, and he just wants to thieve and he wants to heist, which is something I love about him.
Yeah.
So while this new rogues bring chaos, and the other one brings order.
Yeah.
So that's what I really want. And then fourth movie, I want Flashpoint. I want a good Flashpoint, man. I want a really cool Flash. But it doesn't even have to be a Flash movie. It can just be called Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And it's just an alternate universe kind of movie.
Yeah.
Where like Flash like messes up something in the timeline and something happens, or like, I mean that's the Flash paradox, but but that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah. No, I'm all good with that too. Yeah, just as long as Barry Allen's just not Flash. That's all I want. I again, it's not that I don't have anything against Barry Allen. I really don't. It's just Wally West is the king, man. He's the monarch of motion, the Scarlet Speedster. I don't know. Flash has a lot of good nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monarch of motion goes hard, but yeah.
I have two more. I have three more movie pitches.
Okay.
Or four more, and I'll run through these quick.
Okay.
And then we can end our episode there.
Yeah.
It'll be a short one.
I have one.
Green Lantern.
I have actually one movie pitch as well. But
Teen Titans.
yes.
Okay. Green Lantern, Sinestro Corpse War. We have Sinestro as an iconic and unavoidable villain because he has to be there at some point. Hal faces his mentor turned greatest enemy. This could be an alternate where we see Hal again.
Yeah.
Where we bring back Hal and he is with Jon Stewart and he's just facing with Sinestro. I'd like that. I think it'd be interesting, but we don't know. We don't know what we're going to see from Jon Stewart.
Yep.
And then one thing I don't think we'll get, because Hal is not the main character, is Blackest Night.
Yeah.
I would love Black Hand and Necron at some point. That would have to be way down the line, but the dead rise across the universe in a war of corpse. So then let's move on to Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I want the trench as just like a sea of just evil just going at him.
Yeah.
Arthur's kingship is challenged by monstrous DC dwellers. That would be, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could be like a Orm, another Ocean Master movie, but that's very similar to how the first one was.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would do with Aquaman completely, but I think just seeing the trench would be a lot better.
Yeah, I think my prediction for Aquaman in the DCU is that he's just going to be greatly reduced. I think I don't think they're going to focus much on Aquaman. I think
I don't think they will, but I'd just like to see the trench as this mighty force, like super mighty force, where they're unstoppable. It's like chaos and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
That's just something I want to see in the DCU in some capacity. I mean, we kind of saw them in the first Aquaman movie. I think it was the first one that we saw them a little bit, but I want to see more of that.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to talk about your Teen Titans?
Yeah. So I don't have a whole lot. I just have my ideal roster, and then I have my villain. So I'm guessing for Teen Titans, I think you're just basically it's unavoidable. You're just gonna have to do Judas Contract. It might not be the first Teen Titans movie, but it will definitely be a Teen Titans movie because that's the most iconic one. And also Deathstroke's just such a good Teen Titans villain that I'm it's probably gonna be good. So my ideal Teen Titans roster, it's kind of big, but this is what I would be okay with. So Nightwing, of course, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire. So the normal, the in the zeitgeist, what we normally think of Teen Titans. Added on, Arsenal, so Red Arrow, Roy Harper, Aqualad, Firestorm, Superboy, Donna Troy, and then Blue Beetle. Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. That's probably what would be my ideal Teen Titans roster. And then fighting Deathstroke. And I think, that's just Terra, probably secondary villain. Throw that in a little bit too. But yeah, I think that's probably the ideal roster. A kind of mash of Young Justice and Teen Titans. I think that would probably be a Good idea.
I like that. I like that.
Probably could like I'm probably missing some people. Like you could probably throw in like Bumblebee or like I'm trying to think of who else. I missed probably a couple other characters that aren't coming to the top of my mind right now. But I'm not actually a big fan of having multiple Bat Kids in the Teen Titans. I think that should just be Nightwing only. But if they want to throw in like a Tim Drake in as well, I think that would be all right.
I think if they throw in an extra one, it has to be Damien, and Damien is kind of like doesn't trust them.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is my Teen Titans pitch.
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me. All right, well, thank you all for joining us. That was a very quick episode. I was just really excited. I want to get all this off my chest because I'm just really, I mean, mostly the Flash stuff. I really want a good Flash. I want a good Batman. I want to see Man Bat. I want to see Calendar Man. I want the Long Halloween. I want to see some Brainiac and some Martian Manhunter. I'm just really excited to see what James Gunn brings to this new DCU because, in my opinion, I love DC characters more than I love Marvel characters, and I love the MCU. So can you imagine how much the DC is going to be when it reaches that level and that hype that Marvel brought in their peak era? Not saying that they've declined, they have, but I'm ecstatic for the future.
No, I'm excited for it too, and I love doing fan casts, so that never stops me from wanting to do one of these episodes. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you in the next video.
See you guys.